Hello and welcome. I wanted to talk today about a movie I was invited to see last week, which I accepted before I even looked into it because the poster was of a Roman soldier, and I am a lover of history, so I'm thinking, of course, a history movie. Yes, absolutely. Um, and it has Tom Felton in it, so anyone who's ever seen Harry Potter knows that is the actor that plays Draco Malfoy. So I was intrigued, and I accepted. And then after I accepted, found out that it was actually a movie about Jesus. And if the title is Risen, so anyone religious might have suspected as much, but I did not. So at first I thought maybe I shouldn't go because I'm not really the demo that they were looking for to rate their movie. But then I thought that's probably exactly why I should go, because I'm not going to give them the response that they probably thought they would get from the people who would come to see the movie. So it's a little bit of a different perspective, and I think everyone can use that. Apparently, it was only, well, they told us that it was only going to have 3 screenings, and we were supposed to give feedback because they were still tweaking the movie, I guess. And then they said that it was very important, and it's supposed to be released next March. So I'll put some information about the movie in the information section below. But anyway, so I did go and I did see it, and I will say it was very interesting because it wasn't from the typical perspective you would expect. It was about the days following the crucifixion of Jesus, and usually it's about someone related to the situation, but this movie was from the perspective of a Roman soldier who was given the task to make sure that his body was disposed of, and this whole movement was, smashed accordingly. But I will say so that was an interesting perspective to the movie, and I could see how someone who was quite religious would be moved by it, because I can only imagine if I were living 2,000 years ago and I saw this man perform these miracles right in front of my eyes, that I would have to say, okay, that's it. I quit whatever else it was I believed in. This guy is for real, because I'm seeing these crazy things that he's doing. And in the movie, you see a couple of examples of miracles happening. So of course, in that situation, in the plot of the movie, you can't help but to kind of get swept away a little bit by the story itself, whether you believe in it or not. The way that it's portrayed in the story is very interesting, and it does kind of take you away. When you watch it, it's almost like you feel something, and like I said, and I almost felt envious for people who are hold so tightly to their beliefs, because like I said, if I saw that, I would believe it too. And so this takes the Roman soldier by surprise, because he's completely the opposite of anything Jesus-like, Jewish-like, religious-like in that way for the movie. So it's very interesting to watch. I would say that it would be something people who aren't religious could find enjoyment out of watching for the story's sake. It's always touchy with religious films because, when you're watching it, it's made for people who believe that that's what happened. And if you don't believe that, then it would probably be more like a fantasy watch for you, something fiction. But I will say so it was a good movie if you just analyze the story of it. If you don't put beliefs into it, you can watch it with open mind and say, this was a good story. I like the way that this played out. It had some things in there I didn't expect, but it was interesting to see. The only thing that I didn't like is the movie continues the storyline of Mary Magdalene being a lady of the night, and everyone in the story seems to have, well, the guys seem to have had experience with her in a physical sense. So I didn't like that because there's so much research and journals written recently about how people don't think that that's really what happened, and that the church is the one that twisted it so that Mary didn't have power in the Bible. Of course, that's 50,000 other articles that could be referenced in regards to that. So I didn't like that. I didn't think that it helped the story at all, and I didn't think that it really made a ton of sense to perpetuate that belief, regardless of whether you believe it's true or not. It just didn't really fit in the movie. But aside from that, that was the only thing that I didn't like. I thought it was a cool watch, and it gave you a perspective that, and again, I haven't seen that many religious movies, so I could be completely off here, but I haven't really seen that perspective played out before from the Roman soldier, and the situations that they get into, and anyway, it was really nice. It was a good watch. But I think if you are a believer and you watch it, I think that you would particularly like it, because I heard people afterwards saying that it reminded them of why they believed, and it reminded them of what they have to believe in, and the story. So there's that. So if you're not religious, you can, if you wanted to see it, to see what it's like, it is a good story to watch. If you are religious, it warms something inside of you for your beliefs. So if you see it, if you have any questions about it, it's not, like I said, it's not released till next March. So if you have anything you would like to add, or if you've seen it, if you were part of the 3 groups, I would love to hear your thoughts as well. And when the movie comes out, maybe this video will be researched by someone and they'll have some thoughts they want to share too. So either way, tell me your thoughts and opinions in the comments below, and I will see you next time.